Radio What? The music you want. The station with more variety than any other station on the planet. And you are the reason, because you click the request tab and you get the songs that you want. And if you've been on RadioWhat.com and you've clicked the featured artist tab, then you probably know all about my next guests. If you check out her bio at amybarbera.com, the first sentence in that bio really explains it all. A voice so angelic and inspirational, it pierces the soul. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Barbera, welcome to the show.
Hello, you guys. I'm so happy. Finally, I mean, you and I have been, talking for, I don't know how many years, like a couple years now.
It's been some time. It's been some time that you've been my featured artist, and I'm very happy to play the songs that you've given me, and I'm so privileged. I know that the one that you just heard was Make Me a Butterfly. That's probably the most melodic and maybe ballad-type song that I have. The rest of them are really upbeat and remixed and very spiritually uplifting.
Yes, yeah. Well, Make Me a Butterfly is basically like my signature song. And actually, I'm in the process of doing my first professional music video, and I decided to do it to Make Me a Butterfly. And I'm actually filming the first scene for Make Me a Butterfly this Friday with his photographer, videographer, Brant, here in South Florida. Hopefully, though, we don't have a bad rainstorm. It's saying that we're going to have bad thunderstorms and rain, so I'm hoping not, because we're filming outside on the railroad tracks for the first scene. It's kind of going to be a little sad in the beginning, and then throughout the video, I'm going to be filming in an enchanted forest, and then we're going to be filming on the beach here in Florida, on the beautiful beaches. So I'm very excited. I'm hoping to have that out by early next year.
Well, being born and raised in South Florida and the Florida Keys, and going to Western High School right there in Fort Lauderdale, we've been to quite a few of the same places, I'm sure. So the beaches that you're speaking of, I'm very familiar with.
I didn't know you were. Now, are you in the Keys now? No, you're in Arkansas now, right?
That's right. I got transplanted to Arkansas. But, Radio What is...
Oh, my God, what's that like?
Radio What is worldwide, and I'm a worldwide kind of guy. But I did come here just to start Radio What. But enough about me. It's all about you. I know that I'll get back to Fort Lauderdale soon, and I'll get to meet you in person.
Yes, I would love that. That'd be awesome.
But for now, I get to hear all about you right here in this nice interview. Now, you're telling me that you're making a music video real soon, and how long do you think that process is going to take?
Well, the problem is right now I'm doing so many different projects. So, scheduling, I'm actually, I do the filming for the first scene this Friday, and then I have a performance this Saturday for the big Tea Party event for cancer awareness. So I'm singing a few of my songs for that event. And I'm doing 2 collaborations on top of that. One I'm doing with a gentleman named Patrick Watt here in Florida. He's absolutely amazing. He's kind of similar to like a Justin Timberlake. We're going to do beautiful original duet. And then I'm working with a hip-hop artist, believe it or not, named Dramatic Thought, and we're going to be doing a collaboration of, it's still going to be inspirational, and I think we're going to call it Looking for Angels, kind of like similar to how Macklemore did the song Love, not the same subject matter, but that type of feeling where he's going to rap and I'm going to sing. And we're working on that, and then I'm working on not an original Christmas song, but my original version, Happiest Christmas Tree, that was originally recorded by Nat King Cole in the 50s. So I'm doing that and a Christmas photo shoot. So I'm doing the video, but I have to do 3 to 4 different scenes and locations, so it might be spread out over the next few months. And then by the time it's edited, I was thinking it'll probably come out in the beginning of the year. So it might be great to come out. It'll be something different to come out, in January.
Busy,
and I'm working on my album. I have 7 songs for my album done, and I have about 6 to 7 more to record. But I decided at the end of the year I was going to focus on the Christmas song, the video, the 2 collaborations, and the Christmas photo shoot. So it's a lot, to try to do in just the next 3 months.
Busy, 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 Miss Amy Barbera. Hey, we're speaking with Amy Barbera right here on RadioWhat.com. You can find out more about her on AmyBarbera.com. Now, you said that this Saturday you're coming up, you're doing a show for cancer awareness. It being October, it definitely is prime time for keeping that awareness up.
Well, they asked me to sing Make Me a Butterfly and Paint Me a Rainbow. The lady who's Miss Corliss, she's the one who is having the event. She came to my editorial release party, and I met her at my entertainment lawyer's wedding shower. And she saw me sing at the editorial release, and she said, will you please sing for my event? And so she loved Paint Me a Rainbow and Make Me a Butterfly. I may sing the healing song. I haven't decided. We have me booked to sing 2 songs. So I'm really excited, and it's going to be a lot of different cancer survivors there. So I think both songs will really minister to them and be a blessing to everybody that's there. It's going to be a nice event. And actually, what's the cool thing about the event is I just came back from L.A. in August, and I did several TV and radio interviews out there, and I dressed completely vintage, like 30s, 40s, 50s. And this event happens to be Corliss, who wants everybody to dress in hats. So I thought, oh my gosh, so I'm going to be kind of vintage for this event. I'm wearing like one of those old during Lucy in the 40s and 50s. So it's going to be really cool. I might eventually, hopefully in the future, start my own clothing vintage line, because I'm a thrift, vintage, and consignment fanatic. So that could be something down the line. And I just had a phone meeting with the children's company, Fairy Tale Creations, that I met through Lounge Talk Radio. I interviewed with Lounge Talk, and Tony, that interviewed me, her sister happens to own her own children's retail line. And years ago, I started God's Special Angel baby clothes, and because of my song God's Special Angel, and I kind of put it on the back burner. And all of a sudden, I'm interviewing with them, and she brings it up on the interview. And then this Monday, I had a conference call, and I'm going to be doing the retail line and up and running it through her company. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh my goodness, Miss Amy Barbera! So much information you're shooting at me. But let's go.
I know I can hardly breathe when I'm talking. I'm like, it's just too much.
Let's see if I can pick this apart, maybe one by one. Okay, you do have something in common with Macklemore. You said you have a rap song that's coming out, but you also like to thrift shop, and I like that you're having a clothing line that's vintage, because I do appreciate the vintage look. So, do you think that this is going to come to fruition anytime soon? Or is this just something that's in your head?
When the thrift store song came out, my fiance TC, I hadn't heard it yet, and he's like, "Oh my God, Amy, I have your song." Because I have been like the thrift store queen for years. I mean, everything that I wear, everything that you see me wear, everything in California, everything that I wear at any of my shows. I mean, I get these dresses and stuff for next to nothing. And so of course, when that song came out, I was like, oh my gosh, and I fell in love with Macklemore's music right away. But because of the children's retail line, it's going to be around my song, God's Special Angel, and for, children, little small children. But I just thought, I should probably start like a vintage clothing line down the line. I don't have anything in production right now, nothing in works for that. That'll be later. But I mean, now with all this going on, and I'm known for, my vintage consignment thrift shopping. I might consider it maybe in the next year or so, maybe next year sometime looking into it.
That is very sweet. Now, were you born and raised in Fort Lauderdale?
No, I was raised in a small town in Maryland called Hagerstown. I'm a country girl.
So how did you end up in Fort?
Probably hear a little accent. Because I actually wanted to pursue music and art, and where I grew up was a little town called Hagerstown, and there was nothing really there. I mean, there was nothing for the music world or for the art world, and I moved to Florida in my early 20s, and I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale for fashion, and at the same time, I gave my life to Jesus and started leading worship at a church called Living Word Fellowship.
That is so beautiful. Would you believe that I was in DECA when I was in high school? I was in Distributive Education Clubs of America. And
you were?
I considered going to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, wow.
I'm guessing you were in DECA as well, were you?
No, I wasn't. I was just I got best dressed in high school.
Uh-huh.
And I always loved fashion, and And so I decided, I'm going to do something in the creative field, and that's why I went. And then, of course, then I started. Well, I've always sang. I sang since I was little. I won a talent show in elementary school, and then I was in musical theater in college. But I wasn't I was more shy, and I wasn't as serious about it. It wasn't until I gave my life to the Lord and started being a worship leader and solos every week, and then really it was like a calling that God gave me as soon as I gave my life to the Lord. I already had the gift, but it wasn't developed till then. So
that is so beautiful.
But that's cool.
You are bringing back so many memories just speaking to you and knowing that you're in Fort Lauderdale, in my old stomping grounds. It's making me homesick. So I know I need to get back to Fort Lauderdale. But before we go, is there anything that anything more that you'd like to talk about?
Well, just basically, I think I've talked about mostly everything with, as far as projects. I just kind of want to give some shout-outs. I have an amazing team of producers and remixers that I work with. I know you're going to play, actually you played Make Me a Butterfly, and you're going to play Walking on the Stars, and I want to give a shout-out to Jim Wallman. He actually produced both of the songs with me. He's actually was local here in Fort Lauderdale, but he moved to Texas a few years ago, but we still work together. So I wanted to give him a shout-out. And, of course, my main producer that I do mostly everything with is Ben Bagby. And I have Gunnar Spardell and John Fitzpatrick and Yaron Cohen. And I actually have a bunch of DJs, Denny Tate, which I absolutely love. I think you play his remix, right? The Paint Me a Rainbow?
Yes, I do. It's the Epic Edit mix if you're looking on the request list.
Yep. Well, that's DJ Michael D, which I love him. He helped develop my website, too. He's one of the main remixers, and DJ Michael D. And he's starting up. He was here in Florida, and he had QD Radio, and he's starting QD Radio in Arizona. He lives in Arizona, and I'll be a part of that. He's awesome. And there's just so many people. And, of course, I work with April Ancelona, a photographer. And there's so many people, that I can't remember everybody, but I just wanted to give shout-outs. And, of course, to my parents, because they're the reason I, am even still doing music. They've invested so much time and money into helping me over the years. So, and I will have a new album coming out next year. I'm excited. I'm going to have a big CD release party. I don't know exactly when it'll be, and two collaborations will be coming, and the video, and I've even been asked to fly to Texas already next year to sing for an event, and who knows? Every day something new is opening, so I never know what's going to open up.
Well, we'll definitely be looking for that at RadioWhat.com. We've been speaking to Amy Barbera at amybarbera.com. She's a fantastic singer, one of our featured artists. Make sure you click on the featured artist at RadioWhat.com. You could request Make Me a Butterfly, Paint Me a Rainbow, Walking on the Stars, Electric Church, and also the Make Me a Butterfly remix as well. And I'm sure we'll be getting more and more of Amy Barbera's music as time goes by. Be looking forward for that next album, then that next release, and looking forward to the video, Miss Amy Barbera.
Yes, I can't wait. I have so many songs, new songs, but I'm not going to release. Walking on the Stars and Paint Me a Rainbow from the new album, but I don't want to release. I have, I think, 5 more that I've already recorded, but I'm not going to release them until the album, because it gives everything away, and then by the time the album's out, then you don't have anything really to release, Okay. So I'm waiting.
The process is just amazing. All right, we're going to play Walking on the Stars. Do you want to dedicate this to anybody?
Yes, my special friend and fan, Gretchen, and her 2 little angel babies, they requested that you play Walking on the Stars. And, of course, this song was produced by Jim Wallman. He's in Texas. He did a great job on the music. And all my fans and friends, I love you guys. There's so many that support me, and I just want to dedicate it to them, too, so that they're walking on the stars with me.
Miss Amy Barbera, Walking on the Stars. Thank you so much for coming on RadioWhat.com.